Yeah, it's Rick here. Well, we've had so much rain and wind and everything, I wanted to come out to the official Jasper Weather Rock. So I'll see if I can get a zoom in here or get a little closer so you can read it. So the Jasper Weather Rock. Now, if this rock is moving, which it was moving just a little bit, you can see the chain moving, it's windy. If the rock is wet, it's raining. If you can't see the rock, it's foggy. If the rock is white, it's snowing. If the rock is dry, you should be fishing. So anyway, alright, just kind of wanted to give you an update. Talk to you later. Bye.
Welcome to RC Industry.
Okay, Rick here. Well, it finally quit raining, so what I'm going to try to do today is get some of this bracing put in that I talked about on the last video, and if I can, I'll show you some of that. Yesterday I didn't have my camera with me, so what I did do was I got the windows put in the basement, so I'll go down and kind of show you what I did. Definitely a lot more light down here now that the place isn't all boarded up. So as you know, this one over here is the one that we started to film the day that I had got called away, so got this one put in. And what I did was, because we had to break out some of this concrete that they had around here, so what I did is once we got this in and mounted through the screw holes, they tap-conned it into the concrete. Then I came in here and with some concrete sand mix, mortar mix I guess is what it was, and fixed those edges. And then if you remember right, this is the one that actually still had the frame in it. So, but we had to do the same thing here. So got that one put in, got this one put in, and this one over here, this was where it was so dark, and got this one put in too. So anyway, kind of wanted to update you with that stuff, and appreciate everybody watching. We're up to 46 subscribers now, so keep sharing these videos and get your friends and family members to subscribe to RC Industry. So anyway, alright, show you more. Okay, Rick here. Well, we finally got some sunshine and decent temperature. It's about 79 degrees today, which is very unusual. We've had an exceptionally cool and wet summer. Regardless to all the naysayers all over the news media that say that this is the hottest summer on record in the existence of record keeping for the world. Not here in southern Indiana. We've actually had a wet and cooler summer. But anyway, with that said, it's not raining today, and kind of wanted to show you, I've got some soffit here I'm cutting, I'm measuring it out at 12.5 inches, and I'm using my shears and cutting it off, because, you know, if you remember, the carport used to go clear out to here, and so we want it, you know, back over here obviously, and I got to get my this soffit put on so I can get my fascia board on, so I can get my gutter on. Once the gutter's on, then I can start putting my sheet metal up on my roof. And as you can see, I finally got the header finished on there, got the trusses in, got all the bracing in. I've got I bought some long 5.5 inch screws to go into the plate, so I screwed that all the way across there. I think we might have talked about that already, I can't remember. And so with that being said, you know, got my trim board on here, and I just love this this wood that we get here. I think I've talked about it before, but
don't know if you can see it, but it says made in Sweden, so I just think that's kind of crazy. I think God made the trees. It must have been milled, possibly, in Sweden, which seems odd. But anyway, that's what you get at Home Depot. So anyway, with that said, I've got about a 12 and a half inch overhang on the house. So I didn't want quite that much over here. So I did, because I knew I wasn't going to have very much over here because of the property line. I got to be careful I can't build out over the property line. So so we've got about 8.5, I think it was, or 8 inch here, and then I did the same thing on the back, just to kind of keep it the same. I went 8 back here. So anyway, so we're going to get that all squared away across there, and we'll get our fascia put on the house. Then we can start laying the sheets of roofing on. So, all right. Well, I may end this video here because we've been making on it for about 2 or 3 days in between the rains and everything. So, I will probably. Oh, I do want to address one question that came up from a subscriber, and he's like, well, whenever you work on a house, you don't just like redo the whole thing. And prime example is this right here. You can see where the old soffit ends and the new soffit starts. And yes, I do not completely rebuild a house. That's not the idea. What I do is property reclamation. We've talked about this before. I think it's in my video, the trailer for the channel. We do property reclamation. So we come in here, we clean this place up, we get it livable, we make it nice, and then we sell it. That's what we do. So this property was a repo, and so no taxes were being paid, no utility bills were being paid. You know, so the municipality, the local municipality with utilities loses out, and the county loses out for tax rates and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we do. We fix it so that it's usable. Most of the time they look real nice when we're done, and we get them safe and energy efficient most of the time. We, air seal and insulate, and that way you can afford to live here, and everyone wins that way. So we're not into, if I was going to make this new, I would have torn it down and started over, but that defeats the purpose. So anyway, just kind of wanted to clarify that a little bit for all the naysayers out there. So anyway, all right, hope you enjoy the videos. We're going to try to get some more videos out. I've got one coming up on a lawnmower that I'm going to work on. Just waiting on parts, and once they get here, we're going to do that video too. So anyway, thanks for subscribing. Hit that like button, and tell all your friends and family members to subscribe and start watching RC Industry. All right, show you more. Run, Tallulah, run! Hi, baby.